Yo, what up, man? It's Young L. I'm fucking with Murder Dog Magazine, man. Tune in.
Bright sunshine on the city block. Come through, lead a whole ass shot. In the coupe, better watch. Crown in a watch, this thing won't stop. Yeah, that I rock don't come out till next year. Words that he said came out that clear. Drive to the club, then I slide to the rear. Then I count this money, then I fly on a layer. See, I appear in shit that she ain't never seen. This Dolphin here don't come.
Yo, what up, man? Young L, aka Young Fashion God. You know, I'm from the city of Berkeley, representing the Bay Area all day long. Young fashion God, young entrepreneur, Young L. All right, well, to give everybody the brief history, you know, I start off with a group called The Pack. Members of that group, Lil B, the bass guy, Young Stunner, aka Young Bart, Lil Uno from The Pack, and we started off, you know, just handing out CDs at school and stuff. After that, we ended up meeting Short, Too Short. He linked us up with a few cats over at Jive Records. We ended up getting signed to Jive. And then from there, we ended up going on a whole grip of tours. And I was on tour with Gym Class Heroes. And at the time, I was thinking about starting my own clothing line. So I ended up printing up a lot of clothes on Hanes V-necks, which is kind of like the guerrilla way about going about things when you first start off. But I was like, you know, fuck it, man. I'm gonna try to do this shit and see what happens, man. So I printed up a plus sign with, you know, it was just me, you know what I'm saying? Printed up a pink plus sign with, you know, this on the bottom of it right here. So we printed these in pink on Hanes V-necks, and it was me and a cat named Elliot Giffis from San Francisco. So we printed them up on Hanes V-necks, and I was just selling them, you know, at the merch table, and they ended up selling. I always selling $15, whatever. Ended up selling out, and you know, next thing you know, after the tour was up and everything started, everything started building up, so to speak, with the line. I ended up linking up with Cena from Pink Dolphin, and you know, we just started doing crazy stuff with the fashion, like tie-dyeing hoodies and our front yards, and everything was just us. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we ended up, you know, building to the point where my music career was building as well as my fashion was building at a similar rate. But you know, it just so happened that the fashion kicked off way on a huger scale. So right now, it's just, you know, about me getting back to my music, and that's what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Still repping that Pink Dolphin all day. You know, it's still a part of me. We made history, man. You know, just like you say, like Pharrell and Bait made history. You know, that's Young Yell and Pink Dolphin made history. So that's what it is. Right now, I got my tape dropping on August 15th. It's dropping on August 15th, whether or not this interview comes out before or after. You know, tape drops on August 15th on Live Mixtapes exclusively. Like, I don't know, man. It's like a lot of the cats here, they're like, man, this is an album, bro. Like, it's an album. You shouldn't even be putting this out as a mixtape. But the thing about me is I don't do this rap shit. Like, believe it or not, I do not do this rap shit for money. Like, I'm good. I do not do this rap shit for fame, nothing. I do it because, you know, for myself, you know what I mean? Growing up in in an environment always surrounded by negativity, it's just the only thing I ever had to escape was music, you know, especially having a mental disability, being bipolar, man, depressive, you know, dual diagnosis and shit. Like, that shit can bring you down at times. So sometimes the only way you have out of it, really, you know, is just to make music or do something creative and express yourself. So basically my mixtape is just all, you know, got some emotional shit on there. I got some turn up shit on there. A little bit of shit for everybody, you know, because I feel like that's what I can offer the game right now. It's called YF God, which is short for Young Fashion God. You know, I stamped that pretty much as my own, you know, coming out of this Pink Dolphin game and everything, and doing everything with Dolphin was like, we had billboards that said YFG, you know what I mean? YF God, and that's what I am. I'm a Young Fashion God. That's how I feel. Well, on the tape, I got features. I really keep the features to a minimum on my tapes because I feel like I want people to get a glimpse of who I am as a person and who I am as a character. So on the tape, I got production from Lex Luger, 101, which is my previous manager. I got production from GT from ATL. Made a lot of production by me because, you know, I do a lot of my own shit. So the features on the mixtape, I kept to a real minimum, but I got one feature, which is my little bruh OT. Shout outs to OT. I love you, my nigga. Yeah, I got him on one track called Molly, named Molly. So that's just out right now. I mean, from the tape, I just want people to understand that no matter what, against all odds, you know, when I got out of my situation, I was in a stupid ass legal situation, and it's like, when you get out of situations like that, it's just, you just gotta remember that when nobody's on your side, you got yourself, and I want people to realize that at the end of the day, you can turn in any negative situation. You can at least try attempt to turn into a positive, and that's positive in itself. Is making an attempt for positivity. So, just being positive and having fun. You know, doing whatever you want to do. It's just about doing what you want to do. Because people look at me like, man, this nigga, 26 years old with a franchise. This cat's worth, over $2 million. Like he just, how's he doing all that shit? But it's just about putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And some people is look at me as like, oh, this nigga that must be the chosen one. Oh my God, YF God, young fashion God. But anybody could do what they want to do. It's just about being persistent and putting your mind to it and staying focused. Like I dropped out of college to do everything. You know what I mean? I was going to San Francisco State, so I dropped out of college really to do everything. So I think it's just about decisions that you make at the proper time, because timing is everything. So it's basically my message I'm delivering with my tape is, anybody can really do what they want to do. That's how I feel. I feel like anybody could do it. Anybody could be a king. You feel me?
2013, cool thing with the paint too clean. I said it once, but I know they heard me. I got your girl, I am me. Legendary, INC.
My car got 2 doors, so I'ma put that roof up. That's what I got my coupe for. So all the girls gon' choose us. She know it's cool black. You know it's cool black. My car got 2 doors, so I'ma put that roof up. That's what I got my.
Yeah, I mean, my first few placements were with Short when it came to him doing his mixtapes. Like I Love the Bay, Too Short Loves the Bay was one of his mixtapes. I got placement with Yuck Mouth, and that was one of my first placements. And I got some placements with the Hood Stars and different artists from the Bay. One of the first tracks I got on was with any Bay Area artist was the Jacka. I got on a track with the Jacka called Fed Up with Jay Diggs, and that was like one of my first real tracks that I ended up hopping on with any Bay Area artist. It was a big honor, to get on with the Jack. It's like my favorite rapper of all time, so that was huge. And then after that, I ended up getting placed for Prodigy for my beat. The next was like right before that, Prodigy for my beat. That was when I was a little more farther in the game, but I ended up getting a placement with Prodigy, Mac Miller. Now I got a placement with Chip the Ripper from Cleveland. Placement with who else? Riff Raff. The whole mixtape with Soulja Boy. Just different things here and there. We threw, especially throwing events was good for Pink Dolphin, throwing events, because then I got to meet all the artists. So, it's basically capabilities is endless. You know what I mean? But yeah, right now. Tattoos, like I got addicted. Now I'm a pussy. I don't really like getting hit because I feel like that shit hurt too much. But shit, I got a lot of tattoos, man. This is right here is all my nationalities right here. I'm Nigerian, half Nigerian. This is my mom right here, American, Filipino, and Portuguese. I'm from Berkeley, California, Willow Park. This right here is a logo designed by this chick who she designed this for Pink Dolphin. Actually, I got this done in Berlin. Raw Talent, that's one of my first ones. This right here just represents like my mood changes. I'm real moody and shit. I be getting moody, so I got this shit, happy face, monster face, Rolex shit. This right here is win, to remind me to win at all times. And I got 2 crosses right here, to represent, the Father, Heavenly Father above. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I got the Dolphins going out the tsunami right here. Got Mario clouds. I used to love video games and shit. I still love them. This right here is Domo with two Max. Seeing all snakes right here. You always got to keep your grass cut. And then right here it says conscious minds make mistakes, so sleep inside out. And that really symbolized to me, like, you could be tripping off all this shit consciously in your head, like, man, I'm just fucking up, bro, damn, I'm anxious, I got anxiety, I need to pop a pill, I need to sip a foe. It's like, you're always gonna make mistakes in your head, so, you just gotta keep it to a minimum as far as, criticizing yourself and all that. So I tried to beat myself up too much. This astronaut, I feel like I'll always remain loyal in space, you know what I'm saying? Always been in space. This right here is one of my first tattoos, which is the Boo Ghost. I got this lick it off tattoo right here, kind of self-explanatory, but me and my nigga, Lil B the bass guy, got this matching tattoo right here. Enigma Theory, that was the name of my last mixtape. right here. So it's real serious, as you can see. Insomnia right here. You know, I suffer from that occasionally. And it's right here. And it's my gang right here. LGND, that's my family. Started off a while back, you know, I was like, yo, talking to my brothers, we guys together, and we was like, yo, let's just really get on this LGND hype. Like, Lil B was the first person to introduce to me what you know, just the word legendary. He was like, man, that's legendary, you're a legend. So he was the first person to tell me I was a legend, and, you know, to see his career take off at that strength was like, man, this dude, you know, said I'm a legend, I must be a legend. So after that, you know, I got this tatted, I got it blasted right here, and from then on, it's just been LGND ever since, with me and my little brothers and me and my whole family. So it's just kind of like a family thing. And then, yeah, that's basically it. You know, I got this little one-up extra life right here. And everybody need an extra life. You know what I mean? So not a lot of us get second chances. So my vintage hype recently, like my vintage is going crazy right now. Like, you know, Dolphin, everything is history to me. We made history. You know, it's a huge brand. You know, I wish nothing but blessings for everybody who wears it. You know, I still rock it here and there, you know, but I do have to try to be like a little different sometimes. So, you know, I got this little vintage Bucks jersey, Michael Red. You know, basically just rocking my vintage with the Vikings hat, New Balance on the feet right now. You know, I just be casual most of the time, but, you know, every once in a while I turn up, you know, do what I can, and I make sure I put everything together, you know, according to how I feel in the morning. Shit, that's a really good question, because I'll be even sometimes just feeling down, like, man, I don't know if I want to put out no more music, because, like, I'm not really feeling the game right now. I don't feel like the same like the same storytelling aspect of the game is kind of fading out. You know, the whole emotional half of the game is kind of fading out. So I feel like, you know, I might even put out a series of instrumental albums after this or some shit. Like, you never know what the Fashion God is gonna do. I might put out a series of instrumental albums. You know, L might do some crazy shit. So, you know, I'm kind of unpredictable, man, loose cannon. So you never know what I'm gonna do. But the way I feel about the game right now, you know, it's a lot of talented cats. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's cats killing the game right now with the lyrics. I mean, look at Kendrick Lamar and people like that, just really like breaking everything down for the whole game and letting people know where it needs to be at. So, like, I mean, I'm not here to criticize anybody, you know, or anything, or point fingers, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I just want to make the best music for my fans, and that's it. I mean, I got my iPod, you know, I'll look at it real quick, and let's see what I got. See what I got in my iTunes. I still be rocking to the Jay-Z, man, the old school Jay-Z. I like the American Gangster album. I like Blueprint, Stay Slapping that Bob Marley. I got a little bit of reggae in here. I got I Wayne, a lot of independent rock like Civilian, White Oak, James Blake. Like a little bit of electronic shit, Crystal Castles, more Imogen Heap, Rick Ross, The Jacka, Lil B, Diplomats, Lil Durk. Yeah, I gotta get some Elvis in here, man. Some Bob Dylan, Snow Patrol, Future, Egyptian. Got a lot of different stuff in my phone, cause like I feel a lot of different ways. Like my moods be going up and down, all crazy and shit. So I really just listen however I feel. And Lil B, like he's a real unique person, man. Like unique in the sense of the way his mentality is like towards his entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So when he's entertaining, he's just a pure form of entertainer, I feel. To me, Lil B is a perfect entertainer. Like, even in his personality when we meet, bruh, like, you feel me? Like, he's the perfect entertainer to me. He's a cool cat, a funny cat, very animated, and he's just like, the way his stuff blew up was really, I feel like he deserved every penny. He deserved everything, because like people like to criticize and scrutinize Lil B sometimes, or I catch people doing that here and there. But you know, that don't mean nothing. I know it don't mean nothing to him, and it don't mean nothing. It shouldn't mean nothing to anybody, because you know, Lil B, he's always gonna be himself, and he's not afraid to be himself. He's not afraid to be an entertainer, and that's how I feel about Lil B. He's not afraid to be an entertainer, and that's what got him to his peak. You know what I'm saying? That's like my man. He used to call me. He's called me, hey pops, bro. When he's on tour, he'd be like, hey pops, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, what up, son? Let's make a track, bro. We used to be just chilling, listening to so much independent rock. He's the one who put me up on a lot of independent rock, actually. You know, because the whole Pink Dolphin thing really started off as an independent rock band, which was me and Lil B. We actually called ourselves Pink Dolphin, and that's how it started. And then it was just when it came to fashion, you know, he wasn't really there all the way with the fashion. He didn't want to participate as much before, so it ended up just being my stuff with the fashion. But originally it was me and Lil B, so you know, it's all love the bass world, all love to Lil B. You know, we learned a lot of the same lessons in the same time. You know, when he had got locked up for his felonies and everything, you know, God bless, you know what I mean? I went up there with my family and we went to the courts and everything to get him out. So, you know, it's always been 100 with me and Lil B, regardless of, you know, what everybody want to talk about. You know, it's 100. Man, being from the band and music industry is like it's kind of strange because people always like, man, you never gonna get out the Bay, or people be like, you know, oh, hey, man, it's kind of like the people who make it out the Bay almost feel like, sometimes I feel like, don't go back to the Bay and be like, yo, like, we made it out the Bay, but we still the Bay as a whole, you feel me? Because, like, if you from the Bay, you always gonna be a Bay Area motherfucker. Like, you always gonna be from the Bay. You gotta stay connected. You gotta stay going back to your roots and everything like that. Because, like, you know, when we first came out, we didn't really realize that. We came out, we didn't get no Bay Area features on the album. We didn't get no, the only thing we did is a band song. We did the video in San Francisco, and that was really it. And we had to realize, like, damn, like, the whole Bay was looking at us like we kind of dished them. And it was like, that wasn't what we intended to do. We was just trying to get money. We was young, like 16, 17, 18. So now, like, I realized, like, man, you know, the Bay Area really has to come together, man. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I feel like the Bay Area has to come together. There's all this violence going on. You got, you know, these films coming out. The Licks movie came out. You got the Fruitvale Station movie coming out. All these movies, and it's like it shows you how torn apart, so to speak, that the Bay Area can get with all the riots and everything. Like, people think riots is a way of unifying. Like, I don't really, you know, I never really caught on to all that stuff, and I'm about that positive stuff, man. I don't feel like that needs to be happening. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like at the end of the day, like, everybody needs to come together do something positive, you know what I mean? And I think that's what it is. You know? But getting out the Bay was a cool thing for me because it put everything into perspective, like the music industry and everything.
She know it's cool.
In the coupe that cops to the top off. I know that I'm on cause I'm not off. Crown and a watch, you're not a boss. Lean in my cup, make me nod off. I'm just a gold boy about his fashion. Pink Dolphin again, it's automatic. Money splashing, the sun in riding a foreign. I'm riding like I'm touring. And my coupe got the fence on. SL and it's a Benzo. You can't see through the windows. Man, it's stunning.
My whole thing was growing up, I was going to Willard Park after school program, living by Willard Park on Hilligus, and like, I would just experience a lot of diversity, so I never saw skin color as like a barrier to be somebody's friend, you feel me? Like, my whole friends was like Indian, white, Asian, African American, African, like all different types of races, so I never really saw skin color as a barrier of how to become friends with somebody or whatever. But I gotta say though, I learned the hard way that you gotta keep your eyes open amongst everybody. You gotta really, like, this seeing off snake shit right here is real. Like when I was younger, I ended up getting my house robbed like numerous times by like motherfuckers that I thought was my friends and shit. So like, I had to learn the hard way out here. You know, you can't really trust nobody anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about not trusting people from here, cause you know it's love out here. But it's like you can't trust people from really anybody. You can't really trust. So I just don't really have to trust nobody. That's what I learned early in the game. Like, coming up out here, it's kind of like, especially just to be safe too. Like, don't go out too late. Don't go to parties. Don't go to house parties. I just learned not to go to house parties, period. You know what I'm saying? Because every house party would end up getting shot up. So I just learned, like, you know, that to stay safe and it's a real diverse community out here. That's what I like about it though. Like, it's like going to Berkeley Telegraph. You just get so much. I still get so much love just going out there. I don't got no bodyguard. I don't rock around with no 40 or nothing like that. Like, I don't rock around none of that shit. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I really realized that you know, it's just like, respect is really earned out here. Like, it's really earned out here. It's not bought. It's not traded. It's not nothing nothing else like that, man. Respect is really earned out here, and it's not about violence or nothing like that. It's just about, you know, what you can do, and what you can prove for your and represent for your community. Like when I make beats now, I don't use a keyboard. It's just me and my computer, just using the computer keys because, you know, that's how I like to get down with it. But what's going through my head is really just it's just nothing, bro. It's automatic. It's just automatic gas. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's just automatic going full steam forward. It's like I'm just doing hella shit. It's like a, I don't know, man. It's like an animus or something, like a computer animus. I don't know what it is, bro. It's something crazy. I just want my fans to really fully know who I am. Like I want my fans to fully know who I am, and that's what I want. And I want to do it through music, interviews, shows, and all that. Cause I never had the opportunity to go on my own tour. Like, never had the opportunity to do like a grip of my own shows or my own album. So I just want the fans to get to know me personally through my music. Yeah, my Twitter is y_f_god, and then Instagram is the real the real young fashion guy. Man, just anybody who got anything wrong with them mentally, man, don't feel like that's a barrier for you to get where you want to be at, because you know I got a lot of homies that got ADD and they got bipolar, they got whatever, schiz, whatever. Man, that's just a double-edged sword in a sense, and it's a gift. Understanding that you can be a real creative person. So I'll say anybody that got anything like, you know what I mean, any type of disorder or something, man, that can't really hold you back from being like a straight king. You know what I'm saying? Straight king. You know, we all kings out here.
Mm-hmm.